do you know something is the truth? How do you know what you don't know if you don't know it? These are the questions I have today. These are the things that are going over in this tiny little mind of mine. Hi, it's Laura from Chewing the Fat, and I'm sharing again with you another deep conversation. Well, it's not really a conversation, is it? Let's face it. And I think I say that every time. It's not a conversation because it's just me talking. But what I would like this channel to progress into is a conversation. So please do let me know what you think about these topics in the chat. If you haven't got anything nice to say, so say it anyway, if that's what you want to do. But just think about the fact that you're wasting your time if you're not putting a response that is conducive with what this channel is about, which is sharing our beliefs. And it doesn't matter if you don't agree with me, that's absolutely fine. That's kind of the whole point, actually. The point being that I'm very open-minded, and this topic today is a really good example of that. The reason why I'm really open-minded, because we don't know what we don't know. There is absolutely no way of us being able to know everything and know what the real truth is. And I know there's certain things in life, especially things we've learned at school, or maybe even things that our parents have told us, or maybe things we've learned at university, that we think that's definitely the truth. And if you have been able to verify it yourself, then I would definitely say it's the truth. But if you haven't been able to verify something yourself, then I would definitely keep an open mind, because you don't know whether that thing is the truth or not. Let's give an example to something. I mean, because also a great example, actually not a specific thing, but it is worth noting that through the history of time, we have started thinking one thing, and it has slowly sort of changed and morphed and progressed, so that now we think of a completely different thing. So for example, I mean, I can't remember the date, but I do know that there was one time when we used to do something called bloodletting to help us to get better, right? And now that would be like the complete opposite of what we would do if we weren't very well. We would definitely not start draining our bodies of certain amounts of blood. And what I'm saying is, like, I'm sure they believed wholeheartedly and felt they had evidence at that time that bloodletting really did heal the body. But things change and people find out new information. And all I'm saying is that when you might think one thing is true, there's always another side. There's always another person with another take on it, another look on it. And that person with the other look, they may have found that truth themselves, and in which case I think they're worth listening to. But they may not have done, and it's more likely that they have not. And so their truth is no more believable than your truth. Just at a junction. So their truth is no more believable than your truth. But it doesn't mean either one is necessarily true. That's the point, isn't it? That's what I love about it. Now, the trouble is, if you try to talk to about these things to anyone, friends, family, anyone that is not with the same open mind as yourself, that is open to all of these possibilities, it's quite scary for them, because you know, the saying ignorance is bliss is not to be sniffed at. Ignorance is bliss. If you're ignorant and you're happy and ignorant, why would you want to potentially make yourself unhappily or confused, or anything otherwise, if you're really happy, by opening up a can of worms and going, but that might not be true? I mean, I get it, and you will find that if you broach these subjects, these really deep subjects that make you sound a bit loopy with other people that really don't want to change anything in their life, they're going to repel you, they're going to be angry with you, and that's their right. You don't have to force this information that you have found on anyone. I'm not forcing this on you. You're listening to me out of your own free will. That is a fact. But I just find it fascinating that we are so conditioned to believe what we have been told, or the first thing we hear. We're not conditioned to say, find out for yourself, to find out for ourselves, right? We're not. We're conditioned to just believe it. We go to school, we just believe what they tell us at school. We believe all the things they told us about history at school. We don't actually know, because we've never actually researched it ourselves. And I know people are going to be out there going, yeah, but it's history. Yeah, that's fine. It could be true. It probably is. But the point is, unless you've researched it yourself, or unless you were there, actually, more of the point, unless you've actually done the experiment, been there, and experienced it yourself, you cannot say for a fact that it's true. You can. There are people out there who say, even trained virologists, for example, that will tell you that they cannot prove that a virus exists. Now, I'm not saying a virus does or doesn't exist before you start getting crazy at me. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, there are people, virologists out there, who will tell you that they've never seen a virus. Okay? I know it sounds crazy, but that's the truth. So who would you believe? If a virologist is telling you, somebody who's studied viruses, if they're telling you that they've never seen a virus, how can you know that the virus is true? It just goes to show the level of belief and trust we have in the people telling us these things, right? Now, whether it's true or not is by the by. The fact is, we don't have to, as humans, we don't need it proven to us. We just take it at face value. I find that fascinating. The trouble is, I mean, there's a certain amount I take at face value, because you have to get through life. You have to. But there's also a certain amount that I don't. Is he? Oh, I'm going back. Okay, hold on, guys. I'm going back. Hold on a minute. I live in the lanes, and so every now and then I have to go back, because I come across another car. I'm quite a good reverser, actually. It's one of my better attributes. Yeah, we're just going to wait for these guys to come past, and off we go. I'm nearly home, actually, so I'm going to have to wrap this up. But yeah, tell me what you think. Do you think you can actually know? I mean, you can. There are things you can actually experiment yourself, you can experience them yourself, and you can say, absolutely. But that one topic, you don't know what you don't know, really does bring me on to a multitude of other things. We just touched on the one which is, you know, how we're brainwashed or programmed, if you like, to just accept the truth when people tell us something, when our parents tell us something. We're not encouraged at school to check it out for ourselves, to try and prove everything. Or it's not even trying to prove everything, is it? Because you couldn't possibly. It's just keeping an open mind that if somebody came along and said, I don't know if that's true, or I have information on the contrary, that you would have a discussion with them and find out how they think or why they think what they think. And then you can make up your own mind. And don't argue about these things. There's no point in arguing about these things. I mean, we all believe what we believe, and it's okay. We don't have to believe everyone else. We don't. Although you would think we'd have to have an opinion. I mean, we're going through a time now, aren't we, where having an opinion is trendy. You should have an opinion and you should stand by your opinion. But, you know, I don't know if I do actually believe that. Just going to squeeze through here a minute. I think realistically we should be open-minded. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to bid you farewell. Let me know what you think. I'll probably be doing some more chats on these same topics, because I don't want the videos to be too long, and I can go on, I can ramble a bit, and I don't want to do that. So let's just take it in bite-sized chunks. Ooh, to the water. And yeah, we'll chat soon. Take care.